I have the day off unexpectedly. But you know what? I'm gonna make the most of it because that's really all I can do. And there's a hair on my lip. So if you see redness here, maybe catch a little booger in there, I am so congested. But anyway, that's not the point of this video. So I never really explained why moving from a desk job and getting a job that was within the field that I studied in college, I got out of that after 3 years, and how I transitioned to wanting to become a handywoman, learn the trades. I mean, for a long time, I didn't know what else to do. I felt so miserable doing what I was doing Monday through Friday that anything could have been better. I obviously didn't want to go back to waiting tables anymore because of one particular experience, but as an experience, big picture wise, waiting tables I feel is necessary for everyone to do because you meet all walks of life and you just kind of have to adjust to everyone who's hungry, and some people become really, I don't know, not very good people when they're hungry. So to be understanding and compassionate, I feel like it's a very good way to learn that, because you don't get taught that from your parents or going to school. I mean, yeah, going to school or from your teachers. That's like a life experience, and you get paid to do it. So I feel like waiting tables has really shaped me, but I got out of it because I was very jaded. Anyway, so how did I, holy crap, it's always a tangent. I got into wanting to do this not because I suddenly became passionate or I just wanted to feel more useful or anything that you might expect. I don't know what people expect. I'm sure people don't expect anything from me, but I decided that I wanted to go into becoming a handywoman and having a handywoman business. One, because I wanted to work by myself, because I don't want employees. I don't want to work for a boss, and I just wanted to work by myself. I never really liked teamwork. I never really liked team assignments because I didn't really have big expectations for other people, or we would meet and I felt like they were very unprepared, and I felt like whenever there was a group project, I wanted to make sure that I did even more than what I would do for myself, because we're working together and you want to be very courteous of other people, and we're getting a grade all together, so we should all try our very best, or else you're letting somebody else down. You can't just be selfishly doing a regular assignment just for yourself. What you do affects other people's grades, and because of that, I would do a lot. Because of that was always my mindset. But I realized that some people don't see it that way, and some people might not take that particular assignment seriously, or that's totally fine. But another aspect that I'm kind of realizing as an adult that I didn't really think about then was, for me, it takes me a lot of effort and time and practice to get something, especially when I was learning economics. It didn't come easy for me. There were a lot of times when I felt like oh my gosh, I'm getting emotional for some reason. I felt like I was studying a lot and some of my classmates just got it, and I just felt like I wasn't good enough. So anyway, what the hell? But anyway, when I came to waiting tables from 2011 to 2015, kind of on and off in different restaurants and whatnot, I've also kind of learned that working as a team, not everybody does their part, and that's fine. But I just felt like my mindset was, I want to do as much as I can before my shift is cut, before I get to go home, because had it been me that was at a later shift, I want someone that will work in the morning before they leave to prepare me and set me up for success. So, but it wasn't always reciprocated, but that's not to say that it was never reciprocated. The people that did have the same mindset as me, I like really respect them, and I guess it's a reflection of myself respecting myself. Where the heck is this video going? Ugh. But anyway, I wanted to do something where I can be my own boss and I can work by myself and I can make my own goals and my own purpose in what the business will be about. The need for the business that I used to work for, we needed a handyman to fix our leaking bathroom sink, our lavatory. And it was leaking. We couldn't figure out where it was leaking from, but it leaked from the upstairs lavatory to the room underneath, which was our conference room. And it left this very bad watermark, water residue on our conference table, and the ceiling just, obviously had, the water had seeped through and leaked onto the conference table. And so it was pretty bad. I don't know if there was mold underneath, probably was, but we hardly ever used that room. I definitely was never, I was in that room once to sit in a depot, but that's about it. So anyway, we tried to find a handyman. We couldn't find anybody that would come. I would get some rates, get some, if they couldn't give me an estimate over the phone, which they usually couldn't, because I didn't really know what it was, where the leak was coming from. And at the time, okay? And other than that, it was upstairs because of the conference room thing. But I called a bunch of people from Angie's List, from Angie's List. I told my boss about them, got their contact info, because he wanted me to get some quotes and get some different handymen that could be suited for the job. A couple weeks went by, my boss asked me to find another handyman because that guy was too expensive. So that was kind of an accumulation of the ideas that I was having, because it was just so difficult to find somebody, or difficult to find somebody that was affordable in his eyes, Yeah, but other than that, I think we finally found somebody, and he only took text messages. When I called him, he was it went straight to voicemail. I think it did ring, but he doesn't pick up. And he says, please leave a voicemail, or please text me a photo of the repair that you need, or whatever the project is, and your message and your contact or something like that. So I did that, and he didn't get back to me for an entire week. And we ended up going with that person because everybody else was just not that great, or didn't respond to us, or it wasn't good enough for the boss. And he got there, and at this point I had already started researching handywoman or handyman, and how to become one, and what kind of skills you need, and what do they do exactly, and what the laws are, and little things were starting to churn in my head. And when I met this guy, he was so nice, and he was so, I don't know, I was just showing him around, and this is what it is, and this is the sink, and this is the other projects that are going on. And I think he was in the pharmaceutical industry, and then he was in the plumbing industry, and now he's an independent handyman. And he was just so nice. When I showed him around the building, and then I showed him the sink, I was like, okay, well, I'll leave you to it. If you need anything, I'm just in the office right next to the bathroom. And he was like, well, I was like, I don't want to bother you. So I was going to leave him there. But he was like, oh, no, it's okay. It's always fun to talk and do this at the same time or whatever. So I was like, okay. And he was like, so what I do, I just kind of feel, and he just for funsies, told me exactly what he was doing to diagnose the leak. And he was just so helpful and so kind, and I don't know, he was just a very kind man, and I was just inspired, I guess, and how you could tell he was very happy where he was. And so yeah, but that kind of kicked it off. And just watching handyman videos online, I was like, I could do this. I could probably do this. Like, it seems fun. I feel like it's fulfilling work, and I'm gonna go to trade school so I can learn how to use tools. I'm coming into terms that I'm never gonna be as good as somebody. There's always gonna be somebody better, and that's okay. And I need to remember that I set my own goals and guidelines, and I'm on my own standards and metrics, and whatever everybody else is doing, and going into my head about, am I doing the right thing because someone else is doing something, and that's what I think of as the right thing to do. That thinking is so toxic, and I'm slowly coming into terms with being okay with what I'm doing, and being okay with like the day-to-day. And if I don't get booked for a job today, I am working on being accepting of the fact that I'm gonna be okay, you know? I just feel like working and work, and it's not really just about the making money. Like, obviously, like, it's like a given. I need to pay for rent and provide for my dogs, and, you know, provide for myself. But I worry when I am not working, because I've always worked, and working and providing a service really makes me happy. Why am I so emotional? Anyway, I don't know why I'm so emotional. I hate it. What the fuck? That's why I am a handywoman. And that's why I have my business, and that's why I mostly work for the app. But I am really liking the way things are, and that I'm doing something that is new and difficult and challenging sometimes, but at the same time I am doing something that I can make or create or put up or install or repair, and see that work and see that client happy about what I had done, and want to do more and do more complicated things, or not so complicated things to some people, but to me it is, because it's brand new to me. And build that thing and see how happy other people are, because I did it for them, you know? So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I post videos Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and I will see you in the next video.